Welcome! My name is David Kilpatrick, and I'm the Executive Director here at the Des Moines Community Playhouse, and it's an honor and a privilege to share with you our future plans. This is where everybody comes through the building. The challenge is it's really fun, except when it gets full, and it gets full pretty quickly. So what we want to do is rethink our traffic patterns. How is this space going to get used? Where will people go? And more importantly, where will they stay when they're sitting here? We find during the summer with workshops, we often have parents that stay in the building and want to just wait till their youth are done with classes. And so we want to accommodate that as best we can. So this is the Kate Goldman Children's Theater, which has been around for 27 years. And as you take a look around this space, you can see it's 27 years old. One of the decisions we made was the floor of the theater. This floor is currently covered in cement. And then we have some wooden tracks on the floor that allows us to screw the set into those wooden tracks. But this is a cement floor. And any theater person out there will tell you dancing and acting on a cement floor is not good. Not good for the ankles, not good for the knees. It just doesn't feel right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by removing the floor, digging into the dirt and replacing it with a wooden floor so that the stage is exactly like you would find upstairs in the John Byers Theater. Then it's going to be safe for our performers and a lot more fun to work on. The next thing as you look around, you're going to see these chairs. These chairs and these platforms, again, 27 years old. This is supposed to be a black box theater, and a black box theater means a theater that anything can take place. Every time you walk into the space, you have no idea where you're going to sit and where the show is going to take place. Well, we can't really do that easily now. It's far too expensive and far too time-consuming to reconfigure the seating in the space. So we've actually stopped. It's been several years since we've done anything really significantly different with our seating. So we're looking to enhance so that in just a couple of hours we could reconfigure this space, accommodate a new show, a new audience, and have a really great time, because that's what makes a black box theater special. Also, I'd like you to look up and you'll see our lighting system. Now, we've talked about our lighting system being 27 years old. Actually, the instruments, most of them that you're looking at are at least 40 years old because they were used. We got them from the John Byers Theater when we opened this space. We just borrowed the instruments and took the new lights into the John Byers, and the old lights came into here. This is a slightly older technology. It's incandescent light bulbs generating a lot of heat, draining a lot of electricity. We're going to modernize. All of our lighting system is going to become LED, which in the theatrical world is very exciting because that means we can color change in seconds. We can do anything we want in this space and really highlight the fun and excitement that makes for this theater a really unique, wonderful experience for children of all ages, as we like to say. Now, to supplement and support our lighting system, we also are going to redo our production booths. Currently, our production booth is right here. You can see it's exposed. The audience can look up and see it, and anything that's happening in there, the audience knows what's going on. So we're going to actually reposition our production booth to the back corners of the building and put in glass panels, and so we can light it better, we can keep them soundproof, and we can use them as educational opportunities and actually run the theater in a more traditional sense with the stage manager, what we call calling the show. So these are the enhancements we're going to do here in the Kate Goldman Children's Theater and turn this into the theatrical excitement and experience that it should be. Welcome to our green room. This is where our actors gather. This is one space that serves both theaters, our upstage main theater, the John Byers Theater, and then the Kate Goldman Children's Theater. Now you look around and there are 4 dressing rooms. So we're going to rethink how this space is used. We're going to create a very large set of dressing rooms with a movable wall that will be able to adjust based on the size and breakdown of the cast. And then we're going to create a slightly smaller green room so that the cast can watch the show and listen to what's happening. This will give us a bit of a safety point because there's going to be a brand new door into this space from outside that's going to allow students and rehearsals to head to the TIG, our Theater in the Ground rehearsal space, without necessarily having to walk through dressing rooms and green rooms and actors. So that's very important to us. This is our costume shop. Welcome to the world of production. We do about 96% of our costumes are made in this space. We very rarely rent costumes because of the nature of the design work and the nature of fitting the characters and cast members that we have here in Des Moines. So we have a team, 2 professionals, several volunteers that work in here to create and build all of the costumes for every show. And remember, we do about 11 shows a year. So where are we going to do? This space we want to pick up. Remember I pointed out in that one theater outside, that white room, that HVAC system, right there is going to make a perfect costume shop. We're going to have glass, going to vent outside, going to give them natural lighting and cell phone connectivity. So this is our administrative offices. This is where all the work that makes theater so much fun takes place. You can see it's not particularly glamorous, but it meets our needs, except for, look around. You'll note no glass of any kind, no cell phone connections of any kind. The number of meetings that take place out in the lobby because they're on their cell phones is daily, and it's often 3-4 people at a time are out there conducting business because that's how they need to communicate. So what are we going to do with this space? In the early 90s, this actually used to be a classroom. We're going to return it back to a classroom. It's going to be a classroom for what we refer to as our littles. That's the K through 2nd graders. And it's going to be an opportunity for a second classroom space. We're going to, again, put in some curtains, put in a tiny little stage, put in some theatrical lighting, and just make it a very special space. This is one of the benefits of this capital campaign, is we're giving ourselves a second classroom space. The third thing we're also going to do in here is we've got a nice administrative office here. It's currently our Director of Education. We're going to turn that into a studio. It's going to offer opportunities for videography, nice big green screen, recording studio, so we can learn those skills and practice those skills, use them internally, but also make them available for classes, again, for all ages, so that they can experience and play with part of the performing arts that's beyond just what you might find at a live community theater. So, now that you've seen the tour, now that you've seen what we're talking about, now that you can share our vision, I turn to you and say, would you make a gift to the Playhouse? And it's a gift that can be given over the next 5 years. We are open to that pledge. So we ask, please make a gift.